My name is Agnes, but who am I other than that? I'm a traveler. One of the things I like to do with my friends, with my family, with my relatives is go around everywhere. I would say, I could hop on a car, go to Tagaytay, or hop on an airplane, take a 10-hour flight or whatever, but I definitely would be traveling and doing something different. I'm also a wife, but definitely one of the proudest things for me is I'm a mother. I'm also a friend to a lot of people. And most of all, I would consider myself a student. I try to learn something new every day. And I think that's where the crux of my story is. The middle picture is actually my grandmother. She celebrated her 90th birthday, sprightly, running around, nothing wrong with her except her wrinkles and her eye bags, which she continually complained about. And I think she lived a really, really full life. But there are things that you probably really want to find out about me, the who, what, when, where, whys, and all that stuff. I have advocacies. My daughter is an athlete. And it's true, what Richard said earlier today, I wasn't always healthy. I was the person who would probably wake up in the morning, I'll have my coffee, I'll have my you-know-what, and then hop on with sugar-laden breakfast and hop onto the car and go to work, have my fill of a stressful day without knowing how to dissipate that stress out of my system. And I figured, this is not a good thing. I was bound to get sick somewhere at some point. But I have a purpose, I have kids, and I want to change that. And sadly, my mother was afflicted with a big C. And I started thinking, this is not good. My son at the time was 4. And who's going to take care of him? I don't want to leave him to be taken care of by Ate. Ate is big sister. And so one day, I was walking around. I hopped on the car. I was going to have a breakfast meeting. And I was stuck in traffic. All of you are familiar with Manila traffic. I was in the car probably for 2 hours. I called everybody I need to call. I checked on everybody I need to check on. I answered all my emails. So what was left? Facebook was left. So I opened up my Facebook account, and the first thing that popped up was my good friend Chit Wan, who's also speaking after me today. And this is a true story. And because my mother was sick, and then her brother soon followed after. And it was another bad form of the big C. He was opened up and promptly closed and told to go home and, make everything very comfortable for the rest of his stay in this world. And Chit was talking about the different kinds of vegetarianism. It was very interesting because I've been toying about it in my head for many years, really, despite the fact that I don't look like someone who thinks about clean eating. And I said, this is interesting. But I like cheese. I like cheese so much. What am I gonna do? I like cheese. And I work out like a mad woman. I have Pilates classes. I have circuit training. Only because I have children who like the outdoor. I would be going around and running around with them. And I don't want to be left behind, if they climb the peak, I would be at the peak with my kids. So what happened? She was talking about a certain kind of vegetarianism, which is ovo-lacto-vegetarianism. I was allowed to eat eggs. I was allowed to eat dairy. I can have my cheese and still be true to form. I got to the Shang at 10 a.m. I was having breakfast with Nabi that morning. And what did I have? I had a vegetable frittata. And that was my journey, and that was 25 months ago. And up to today, I am still vegetarian. Thank you very much, Chit. If not for you, I wouldn't be able to do that. Let me share with you some yabang, okay? So last year, when I celebrated my first year as vegetarian, I went to Bintan. And as I was checking in, there was a triathlon in Bintan. And the lady at the ferry said, "Are you checking in your bike?" I know, right? I was like, no, excuse me, no. I'm not checking in my bike. I'm not a participant in the triathlon. But I guess the thing is, what did that do for me? I think I looked healthier than I used to. All my friends tell me that my skin is clearer. And I think my posture is so much better. And most of all, guys, I can stand in them hills all day because I think my core has been prepped enough for that. So, because I'm a student, I felt like, oh, I need to learn more about these things. I started taking online courses. One of the best courses I've taken so far was from the Monash University. It's called Food as Medicine. People will talk about supplements. People will talk about, you take this, you take that. This is good for this is good for that. But when they say, oh, I have a cold, and they would say, oh, you take vitamin C. And I would say, eat an orange. Or eat papaya. Did you know that papaya has the highest amount of vitamin C as a fruit? So that was a really good thing for me. This journey has been really good. Am I assured that I'll never be sick the rest of my life? I don't think so. But I kind of realized that I get over my colds faster. I have not had the flu. Is this wood, Richard? This is wood, okay. I have not had the flu in a long time, and I hope I'm on this path of being healthy for the rest, of this stay. However, how can I afford to do all this if I don't have anything to do in my life, right? And I always think that in order for you to be healthy and happy, you also have to be busy. So, what keeps me busy? Thank you very much for the kind words, Richard. That is true. I was the first Filipina and the first Filipino to be a head of a 119-year-old Japanese company. But after that stint, I met a lady. Her name is Myla Villanueva. She is the founder and CEO of MDI. And who among you here know about MDI? Thank you. We are a 31-year-old company, tech. Does everyone has a smartphone, I suppose? Well, you know us then, because you have a smartphone. We are very big in the telco space. We are very big in the FSI space. And yeah, everybody talks about digital transformation. But we have seen digital transformations since the 90s. Our company enables the infrastructure that makes digital transformation possible for companies in the Philippines. We have, I don't know how to work this thing, sorry. There you go, sorry. Yeah, we're 31 years. When I joined the company, we have about 400 people. I was consulting for them for 2 years. Now, it has given 681 jobs in the Philippines. We're headquartered in BGC. And, we do, Susan calls them esoteric stuff, right? This is the esoteric stuff. Digital transformation, enterprise mobile apps. Like I said, if you're using a smartphone, 100% you're touching us. API and microservices, as well as security, which is a very big buzzword. I promised Marife and Chit I won't stay on stage very long. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning.